This is a guy who is, his lover is HIV positive, and he's not, but he's real naturally worried.
And where is he?
He's in the ether.
What's his name?
Michael.
Michael? Michael?
Yes.
Hi,
David,
Michael.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Michael.
Do I need to turn my TV off?
I think
because I can barely hear you.
We have no delay, but you can shut it off.
First of all, I want to commend you and your staff on the technology that you have proven tonight. It proves that the show and life goes on.
Well, that's the lesson, isn't it?
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Especially as it relates
and
to...
And that's sort of my facade that I put on in life.
The life goes on even though it's...
Well, no matter what I feel inside, everyone always sees me as happy all the time, you know. I can't show my true feelings.
You can't or you don't?
I choose not to.
Okay, so don't say you can't.
Yeah, I choose not to.
Okay. Why?
Well, I don't want it to be seen that way.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll give you one guess. Sometimes people choose not to show their real feelings because they really want to suppress or deny them. And if they showed their real feelings, other people would say, what's wrong? And you'd have to talk about it.
Right.
Is that the reason?
Yeah.
All right.
You hit it right on the nail.
Well, don't make it more complicated.
I've been watching you on TV and listening to you on the radio, and I've been to a few of your lectures for a few years now. And basically, I mean, I can go into, I mean, I'm sure that everyone's got their problem. But the one that I would like to discuss tonight that I'm dealing with is, and let me tell you, this is the first time that I've ever called, so I am a little nervous if my voice sounds shaky. I've been married with my husband. I am a homosexual. I am an active drinking alcoholic. I've been with my husband for 12 years. I'm 35 years old. He was diagnosed HIV positive 10 years ago, which is now turning into full-blown. And I have one best friend who I can talk with. I'm not in therapy. My husband, first of all, Michael was an alias. I'm going to be honest now. My name is John Michael. My husband does not even have a best friend that he can, like, call and talk to like I do, like, you know, even just to gossip or whatever. All he does is work and me. And I'm really at my wit's end because...
Why?
Yes, sir?
What do you mean wit's end? Why?
My wit's end. I'd rather have the disease than him, and I'm being very honest here because I'm selfish, because I would rather die before he does, because I don't want to be left here alone.
How long have you been an alcoholic?
Probably since I was about 15.
Have you been drinking more lately?
Yes. And smoking more.
Smoking?
Cigarettes.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't do drugs.
Right.
I mean...
Alcohol's enough.
Yeah, alcohol is my drug of choice.
Yeah, well, when you say...
Alcoholics Anonymous is not... has never helped me. My mother is a circuit speaker with AA. I have been in rehab.
When you talk about you wish you had a disease instead of him, you have a disease that's preventing you from being there for him. If all his life is his work and you are drinking a lot of the time, and you're covering yourself with that alcoholic haze.
You're totally correct. And I see the pain in his eyes when
he's having more pain from your rejection than from his disease.
Than his own problem, I know.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what has to be addressed.
But I don't know where to go. AA is not my answer. I was going to ask you about regression therapy.
Have you ever...
I don't know where to go anymore. I've tried everything, David.
Well, I know, but there are good programs and there are bad programs.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like I said, my mother has been on AA for 20 years.
Did you ever have a sponsor?
Yes, I've had several. The longest length of sobriety I have, once I truly admitted that I was an alcoholic, the longest sobriety I achieved was 1 year.
Well, maybe you can get another year during this period of transition?
I don't know where to go or what to do. And I know that it's not my husband's problem.
I know where to go.
I know it is my problem.
I know where to go.
Where?
Here.
I'm right in your face.
You need to go inside.
That's an awfully frightening thought.
You need to go inside. You need to know that you are the source of everything right now. That your main concern in your selfishness is that something is going to be taken away.
Well, that's fear. Fear of losing something you have or something you're not going to get.
Let me tell you. The truth is that you've lost it already because you're not present and you're not open and your partner is shutting you off the only way he knows how.
So that's like a defense mechanism
on his part, right? And it's sad enough. It's sad enough that he's going into full-blown AIDS. I can say the word even if you can't.
Yeah, it is sad.
All right. It's sad that he's and you're talking in my face.
I'm sorry.
It's sad enough that he's going into full-blown AIDS and is going to die. But it's sadder still that your relationship has to die before that because you're too unwilling to go inside and face the truth of your own self. His death essentially occurred for you when your relationship ceased to be open and you hid behind the drinking.
Yeah, hiding behind the bottle.
So that
would be one of the first steps. I know the AA terminology, and I've tried it over.
You have to go to 2 meetings a day. You have to get a sponsor. If you don't want to go into a recovery program, you don't have to. Although I know a couple that could be one.
Well, I'm sure that I would have to just to detox.
You're gonna. How much are you drinking?
A day?
Yeah.
Oh, probably about a fifth a day.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, you have to have. You're over the edge. You're gonna have seizures if you don't. All right, so you've got to get
working 3 jobs.
Yeah, well, you'll do anything to hide from this.
Oh yeah, I'm running fast.
Okay, it's not pleasant, it's not pretty, and it's going to make the phase after he dies so hard for you that this will seem like a picnic.
And I do feel guilty because I know that I'm not there 100% for him.
I know you're not there 100% for anyone. You're not there for yourself.
Not even for myself.
Well, especially for yourself. It starts there. You've got to get into rehab. You've got to get detoxified. You've got to start now. And you stay on the line, and we'll give you the name of a place where that can happen.
I will, David. And I do want to tell you that I really, really admire you. You always hit everything. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever called you, and you always hit everything. Every call I've ever heard you've taken. Right on the head.
Thanks for the praise.
And,
but
no, really, I've always been so impressed.
Thank you.
With the help that you've
then trust me.
People, and I'm glad I got the courage enough to call you
tonight. Okay, let's get you detoxed and let's get this underway. Okay?